Sup guys, Zeenigami here, and here's a fun little article written by Crom Tech. It came out 4 days ago, and it's specifically talking about digital laundry, how credit card thieves use free-to-play apps to launder their ill-gotten gains. Discussion about cheap gem purchases have come up and gone throughout the One Piece Characters community every once in a while. There'll be talks about it, there'll be people who say who are using it and defending it. There are people who are attacking it, and here's an article discussing it. It doesn't specifically talk about One Piece Treasure Cruise. It's focused on Supercell games, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Contest of Champions. But from this information, of course, we can extrapolate and look at it through a lens as if it were talking about One Piece Treasure Cruise. It introduces us, it talks to us initially about just how free-to-play games work. If you're not familiar with free-to-play games, blah, 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 free-to-play games. These people, the games are trying to sell you resources in the games, that way you can speed up your progress, blah, 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 blah. Here's a little quote from Alexander Krishnik. Money laundering through the Apple App Store or Google Play isn't a new idea and has been done before. In 2011, the Danish part of the Apple App Store has flooded with expensive, suspicious applications. More than 20 out of 25 of the most downloaded applications were from China. The price of the apps ranged from $50 to $100. This specifically isn't actually talking about gem purchases. This is talking about making fake apps in games. Or making fake apps and putting it in game to represent, like, as if this were the game you want to buy. It goes on to talk about some stolen information from old databases. MongoDB had some vulnerabilities in the past. Talks about how the MongoDB works. This image right here, anyone who has talked or looked at cheap gem purchases will be very familiar with this part up here in the upper right. Down here in the bottom left and underneath my face, talks about how these scammers are going through these processes, how they're buying the stolen credit card information from people, making bulk accounts in order that way whenever they do get hit by the bans from using bad information, they'll be okay. And up here, very specifically, you'll be familiar with, hey, if you're on Android, if you're on Apple, unlink your stuff, remove payment methods, change your password, send it to the scammers, and we will call them scammers. Scammers attach the accounts to their own ID, then send it back, right? Same things here on Android. Send your account over to the scammers. Scammers connect it to their IDs. They do the stuff. They send it back. More talks about the scale. This is another very interesting graph that goes into the price of packs of 100 or 14,000 gems in Clash of Clans. You'll notice that the price of the US is only $100. $100 for the price. The cheapest price is $95. So if you go to the Philippines, you'll get an entire $5 discount thanks to the exchange rates of the prices. And this is what in One Piece Treasure Cruise community, people who are doing these cheap gem sales quote the most about. Oh yeah, we're using our cheaper currency in order to buy your gems because it's cheaper in our places. Yeah, it's $5 cheaper to buy in the Philippines versus in the United States. Now, to be fair, if you are in Denmark, it is $135 compared to the United States, $100. So there is a discount there if you're in Denmark or Germany, any of these places. A lot of German One Piece Treasure Cruise players, to be fair. But it's a $20 discount, a $30 discount that goes down to the $100 in America. This isn't the, oh yeah, we can give this to you for $50 and it's just cheaper in our currency. That's just how it works. Well, according to this graph right here, you better be living in some place that doesn't exist because there's no place that gets that cheap. And for Americans, that's a $5 discount. I will unlink my account, send it to you for a whole $5 discount that we're definitely making money off of, right? There is another argument that I've heard that these cheap gem sailors are using bulk bought gift cards. Well, if there are bulk buying gift cards, they can send you the gift card information. There's no reason for you to have to send your account information over to someone else in order to for them to sell you the information from a bulk bought gift card. They can just sell you that bulk bought gift card in the first place. It would save both of you some time and headache if those super cheap, I bought like 1,000 gift cards for like half price actually existed. Here's where it goes into like how it's possible. It's very easy to create lots of accounts on a large scale. Apple only validates certain information. Some large email services make it a little difficult to create accounts on a large scale. Apple doesn't attempt to validate credit cards, charging then refunding $1. Increasingly, they must not perform much in the way of credit card verification because we saw that there were many processed with incorrect names and addresses. Perhaps the verification is minimal due to the low dollar amount of the charge, but a stricter credit card verification would make it a bit more difficult for the carders, for the thieves and the scammers. This is just literally information from the Supercell website about unauthorized buying and selling of gems. And back to stuff right here. Scams on free resource generators. Just talking about other scams that exist for free-to-play games. Hey, download this so you can get some free stuff. Account sale warnings. Gem transfers between accounts. Well, that doesn't work for One Piece Chart Cruise, but it does work if you're like using different Android, iOS accounts. If you want to look at this, after this is just more numbers and facts if you're so into that. Just talking about stolen credit card information and other details about their investigation. But Supercell states any kind of automation tools are forbidden. Automation tools. This is a very interesting article. Wouldn't really recommend reading over a lot of it. A lot of it is not super relevant information to us as players and doesn't really talk about the way that talks about a lot of other topics, just about how different scams work in general, but is a great article. And if you're thinking about using those cheap gem services, I would like to remind you that you are almost certainly helping support stolen credit cards. I've been Zeenigami, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful.